This thing rolling then. Best Conversations Podcast, episode 45. Man. I got another legend on the line. Man, I've been watching this young man since he was a shorty, since he was, in commercials, the infamous Alicia Keys video, Prison Song. I mean, the list goes on and on. First time to the program, we welcome my brother DJ Just. Welcome.
Yes. We here.
Yes,
What's up, man?
Welcome to Best Conversations, man. We gonna get into it, man. We gonna get into your journey, man. From youngin' to everything you got going on now, man. Before we get started, man, how's the family and everybody during this pandemic?
Man, everybody's good, man. Family's good. We quarantining, we staying in, we holding each other down. We being creative. It's a time to really be creative, use your brain. So we being creative, man. Just trying to stay busy and active.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you got a shorty now, right?
Yeah, I got 6 kids.
6?
Yeah, I got 6 kids.
Wow, boy, you've been out there putting in work. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I got 3 beautiful children as well, man. It's beautiful, man. Right now, if the pandemic wasn't going crazy, y'all would still be on the Millennium Tour right now.
No, actually, we'll be off the tour. The tour went from February to May. May 10th would have been our last show.
Okay, gotcha. But the last date y'all did actually complete, though, was here in Raleigh.
Yes, that was the 13th of March.
Oh, yeah. It was March 11th, man. Yeah, the Millennium Tour, man. So speak on just being on that tour, man, and on how much fun that would have been, and just being a DJ for Bow Wow and all that.
Man, the Millennium Tour. First off, I just want to say, man, shouts to everybody that bought their tickets. If you are checking for updates, you go to gsquaredevents.com. They have the new tour dates up for the Millennium Tour 2021. We're going out in March again. So we're doing like the same run again, except for the shows we've already done already.
Okay.
So, so for all the supporters, all the Millennium lovers, I had to drop that on y'all real quick. But just as far as the whole tour, man, it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. I've been with Bal since the beginning, since I was 9 years old. And us headlining the screen tours and introducing new talent to the world, all the talent and stuff, these guys are like really our brothers. Like we all grew up together, from Sammy to Lloyd to Pretty Ricky to Omarion. Like we're all family at the end of the day. So to be able to get with them again after so long of being out on tour and the music game just switching, for us to be able to have that moment and share that moment again, to go out on tour and put on for the fans that's been loyal to us, that's been waiting for us, it was just crazy, man. And we all grown now. So you got to think about it. Us from teenage years all the way up to now. We're in our 30s.
Right.
Some of us in our 40s, you know what I mean? So
crazy.
It's a real dope look. Yeah, it was dope. And we was just picking up steam too. Like literally, like we was only in our 5th show, 5th or 6th show. We was picking up steam, man, selling out. The people came out for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you was DJ on Bow Wow back when they did Scream Tour?
Yeah, Scream Tour 2 was my first tour with Bow.
Yeah,
that's when I first started DJing for Bow, Scream Tour 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now most people don't know, man. Tell the people how you got into the DJ game, and your pops was a DJ as well, right?
Yeah, my pops was a DJ. He taught me how to DJ. My dad, he started DJing out, like doing like all the school parties, all the park events and stuff like that. He didn't really take it to the major scale. I'm sorry, he put all that, hold on. He put all of that. Hear me? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, you back now.
All right, cool. My bad. So yeah, my dad really set it in stone. I started out at the age of 2. You know, it was just like him and his friends and like my family members. They'll be in his room and he'll just be playing music all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I started catching on to it and started showing interest in it. And then eventually he just sat down and showed me.
Mm.
Like there were times where he would go to work and come back home and the equipment would be on, the needles would be broken, the records would be scratched up. So he's like, "Yo, what's going on? Like, what's really going on?" And then he introduced me to it, and then I took off from there.
Right. And your partner Neek, that you used to run with, who was he to you? What was his part in the whole process?
Oh well, Neek, me and Neek, we met through a mutual person. My manager, my old manager, Gary Hitman Miles, RP Hitman. You know how we do, family. He had died a couple years back, but he was coaching for my grandmother's football organization.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother runs a football organization out of Queens, New York, called the Springfield Rifles and Riflettes. Football, basketball, cheerleading, it's community stuff. We like like our 50th year or something like that. But he was one of the coaches.
Okay.
And right, and his first cousin was Ed Lover. Ed Lover, right? So you see it. So Ed Lover had Hot 97, Yo MTV Raps. He already had the platform.
Right.
So my partner Neek was his nephew.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes
So it was like okay. We seen him already. I was already getting a little bit of recognition on what I was doing. I was ringing a little couple bells here and there, and then they was like, "Yo, I want to introduce you to Neek. This is gonna be a partner. Y'all gonna be a duo. Y'all gonna do it together." So G brought Neek into the situation, and then me and Neek, our first meeting, we met at Green Acres Mall. We went to see the movie Major Payne, and from that day on, that was it. It was history.
just running. So Ed Lover, he was a DJ at Hot 97. So
Yeah.
eventually y'all start DJing on Hot 97, right?
Yeah, Ed, he was doing the morning show, 97 morning show, him and Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought us up there to showcase on the morning show. They brought us up there to showcase us, and we went up there and did our thing, like little kids. We was 5 years old. We were 5 years old doing this.
Crazy.
So we went up there and blew their mind at High 97, and then that turned into us getting our own radio show on Hot 97, being the youngest kids to ever have their own radio show on a platform like that. We had our own show every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 9. It was only an hour, called The Playground on Hot 97 with Kurt Flirt. Kurt Flirt and Ed Lover, their cousins as well.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's nuts, man. So when do people start? Back in those days, DJs, nobody knew what DJs looked like. If you was on the radio, well, hold on. If you was on the radio, nobody really knew what you looked like. So when did people start realizing, like, hey, that's you, the little young kid that's on the radio doing their thing?
Man, it had to be the Apollo.
The Apollo. By the time you got to the Apollo.
Yeah, when we did the Apollo, because everything was it was back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did the Showtime at the Apollo, and me and Nick performed, and I know if you ain't seen the footage of that, you gotta go see it. The Apollo, listen, we had grown people, the whole Apollo standing up on their feet while me and him was rocking out, and that was really like one of the biggest highlights from my young career. And then the McDonald's commercial. Me and Nick were in the McDonald's commercial.
Look at the McDonald's commercial.
Yeah, so it was a lot of stuff, man. It was a lot of stuff.
So much at a young age, man, and it was around that era where like the ABC kids and them boys in Atlanta doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
It was like it was them years of the youngins, man. Did y'all have ever aspirations in like rapping as well, like getting a record deal?
Yeah. Well, when me and Nick had formed together, it was really, I was just really supposed to be the DJ, and he was supposed to be the rapper, you know. But I started getting on the rapping side as well. Like I would come from behind the booth and get down as well, you know. I was heavy. I was born into the hip hop game, so I was heavy on rapping. I was already watching whatever I seen on TV, trying to rap, and you know, following following behind my father and everybody, just trying to rap. But yeah, man, just you brought up ABC. That's how we got with Mike Bivins. When we signed our deal. It was just more about Michael Bivins just wanted to create another group. Like he was the guy that had all the groups from Boys to Men to ABC. You know, he was the guy before Jermaine Dupri started getting the young guys. And so Michael Bivins was really the one that got me like, yo, listen, you need to rap too. You more than just a DJ. Like you got energy, you know how to flow, you know how music is, you got a good ear for it, you got a good sound for it. So when we signed that deal with Michael Bivins, with Motown and Universal, and of course Big Ten Records, that's what really had us like, all right, we about to sign this deal. We gonna rap.
Exactly. So what happens with Michael Bivins with that deal? What happens? Did y'all put out any singles? What happens with that deal?
Yeah, we I think we put out 3 singles. And we put out an album as well.
It was an album out too. Word.
Yes, we put out an album called the Adventures of the Big Ten Pee Wee All Stars. It was a group of 10 of us. It was five rappers, 2 singers, 5 rappers, 2 singers, a hype man. It was 10 of us.
Okay.
It was 10 of us. We was all spread out from different places. New York, Detroit, LA, Boston. I said LA already. Yeah, and LA. So we all were really spaced out, and he put us all together, and we were able to make an album, bro. We put an album out, and we went on tour and everything, man. We did a tour.
Word.
It was dope. Yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
What year was this? Maybe 95-ish?
Nah, it was later than that. It was like 98.
98. Okay.
98, we put an album out. Yeah, 98, we put an album out.
I'm about to go back and check that out.
Yeah.
98, man.
So look, let me correct myself. It was 7 rappers, 2 singers, and 1 hype man. That made 10 of us.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yes.
But we had another group without the singers and the hype man called Magnificent 7, where it was just 7 rappers. It was just 7 of us, just straight spitters.
Yeah, gotcha.
So yeah.
I remember like the next time I seen you was on Rap City, you and Neek just going crazy in the booth, wilding out. Like
that was right after. That had to be right after the Big Ten stuff. That was like literally right after we started kicking into the BT stuff with Big Tigger and taking over the basement and doing other videos and stuff like that. That was right after the whole Big Ten thing.
Word, yeah, I remember seeing it. I was like, man, these little dudes is so lit, man, so lit. So right now, before we keep going, but name some of the people that you bumped into on the journey. Did you bump into the legends, Blige, Tupac, any of the legends?
Yeah, I'm actually blessed, man. I can honestly say that I have pictures with both of the legends, with Tupac, and I have a picture with Biggie as well.
Word.
Yeah. So how the Tupac picture came about. And the funny thing was, I met Tupac first. That's funny. I met Tupac before I met Biggie.
That's crazy.
So there's a park in Queens, New York called it's a Southeast Queens. It's called Roy Wilkins Park, and they had like this big fest out there. And I'm like 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. I'm a little kid. I'm very young.
Right.
And, but I knew Tupac. I knew who he was. I just listened to his music. I knew who he was. So
right.
He came to the park, and I was there. Like he came to the park. Now this is like 94, 95. So this is early Pac.
Right.
This is early Pac. So he comes to the park, and all I can remember was this, man. All I can remember was this. It was a line waiting for him. He was like standing on like a stage. It was a line waiting for him. And I just remember getting pushed to the front of the line. Like, yo, this is the kid DJ. Like, yo, Pac, get a picture with him, get a picture with him. And Pac picked me up, put me in his arms, and took a picture with me.
That's crazy.
But that's the only picture that I've ever taken that I cannot find.
Cannot find.
I can't find it.
Crazy.
When we took this picture, we took it on like one of them old cameras. Like we took it on one of them cameras. We didn't take it on a cell phone or nothing like that. So
right.
That picture could be at my grandmother's house, my mom's house, my dad's house. That picture could be anywhere. You know, it done touched so many hands and so many places. Nobody can find a picture, but it really happened.
Yeah.
You know, I even went back and Googled articles and tried to look up the people that was taking the pictures and stuff to look back to see if they even had something that I could find.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and then with the Biggie situation, I basically kind of grew up around the Bad Boy umbrella, you know, heavy East Coast, heavy New York. Big was cool. Like Big was like the big Like he was like every time he see me and Neek, come here, y'all. Come in. Come chill. What y'all doing? Y'all still out of trouble? It was always love when we seen Big, but that specific night we was in Times Square. We was walking through Times Square, and we seen Big truck parked up on 42nd. He was that same photo was in Vibe magazine. He was doing a photo shoot for Vibe magazine, and he seen me and Neek and Gary. We was in the city. Yo, come on, get in this picture with me. We took the picture, man. We took the picture, and they wound up going to Vibe magazine in '95.
That's crazy. What about Young Hov? Any
Yeah. The first time I ran into Hov, I didn't see him at first. Mm-hmm. So now listen to this. We're doing a tour, right? We're on tour now. We're doing the Garden. Sold out the Garden. Bow Wow and Omarion. Mm-hmm. Right? Sold out. We're hearing, yo, Hov want to come to the show. Hov want to come to the show.
Is this the story when Bow Wow and Omarion do the intro to Best of Both Worlds? The Hov came to see it?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Yes. But the one time I actually did cross Hov though, that's my favorite rapper. Yeah, and I didn't met them all, man. I was stuck. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, yo, this Hov, like. But yeah, Hov is the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, from Hov to Wayne to Uncle Snoop, I done met them all, seen them all, man. Then chilled with them, hung out with them, you know. Yeah, I got some good people. Yeah, Chris Brown, Bow, everybody, man, everybody. Usher, Jermaine Dupri, everybody. That's family. That's home team.
Yeah, I'm a So Def stan. My favorite record label of all time probably be Rockefeller, but with close second be So Def, man. You know what I mean? I'm 35, like Bow Wow 33. So I was at the age when Bow Wow was, you know, reigning supreme. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I remember going to Walmart and buying a clean version of Beware a Dog. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Had all the Brat stuff. You know what I mean? I'm a So Def stan. Like I love Jermaine Dupri. Like I always say, like, we definitely need to get that man his flowers while he can.
Yeah, man. Got to, man. JD is GOAT, man.
GOAT. Absolutely. Man. Absolutely. So right now, man, this iconic movie Prison Song is streaming right now on Netflix. Man, I remember watching. First off, did that movie go to theaters? Because the only time I remember seeing it was on VH1 when I was a kid.
Nah, that movie never went to theaters, man.
I think it went to theaters.
I was upset about that, man.
But it was still a classic, though.
I know, man. I know. But BT gave us that opportunity for it to be the first feature film on BET. They played it every week, 10, 20 times a week. So it's got the BET.
Yeah, man. That movie was crazy, man. The scene at the end gets me when I be thinking about my best friend, like when what's her name got the opportunity to get out the prison, but he goes back and try to get his friend. Yo, that moment, that movie, every time, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody DM me and said this to me yesterday. I kid you not. Somebody said, "Yo, you had a chance to get away scot-free and go home. You went back for your friend." And I'm just like, and look, and let me tell you what I did after that. I recorded that exact scene. Because I'm still thinking about utilizing it. I'm still thinking about putting it up on the post. Because I want to see if you had an opportunity like that to leave, would you have went back for somebody? Or would you have gone? Did I do the right thing by going back? And it caused me to die, I got killed.
Right.
So I want to kind of play the game too. I want to see. Because everybody telling me I should never went back for him.
Right. Right.
But I'm like, damn, that's my man, that's my friend, that's my boy. We grew up together. Like,
exactly.
Little Elijah to grown Elijah, we grew up together. So, you know, but he got stabbed up and all of that stuff. So it was a little, I don't know. But yeah, people been getting on me, man. Like the feedback I've been getting from that is marvelous. Love it.
It's a cult classic. It's one of those movies where you don't really remember where it came out, but like we just discussed, like BET played it so much, and it was always on. Like you can literally catch some of it now and some of it in, and catch some of it then. Man, it was a classic, man. What do you remember? What do you remember about shooting that movie?
Man, I remember waking up early in the damn morning.
Where did you shoot that at?
Oh, we shot it in New York. We shot it in New York. Yeah, we shot it in New York, and then we went to an actual jail to shoot like all the jail scenes and stuff, obviously. But we shot majority of it in New York, uptown. But yeah, it was just really, man. I really remember like the initial meeting when we actually met, when we all met as a cast. We were just hanging out stuff and just taking pictures and bonding. I was able to bond with Mary J, and I was able to bond with the directors and everything like that. I really just built a relationship and show my personality. Prison Song was my second movie. Coming off my first movie, which is always swept under the rug, but it was a fucking great movie.
What was that?
My first movie is Music of the Heart. It was a Wes Craven film. Wes Craven directed it. Yeah. Meryl Streep starred in it. Angela Bassett. Gloria Estefan.
All-star cast.
Yeah, all-star cast. Big cast. Like, and that's one of the movies like that I really like that should get more recognition. That cast is crazy. That's all award-winning cast. From the cast members to the director, all award-winning. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my first movie, but Prison Song was like, nah, this kid is about something. Like, I guess it was more like, it was more of I'm gonna say culture. It was more of a culture, like you said, more of a culture film to where us as men and kids and stuff of us were highlighted, and it just showed the everyday struggle, of a kid and what can really happen out here in the world if you don't play your cards right.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing I think about when I see that, I was born in Brooklyn, but my family, we moved down south in like '92, and I just remember like, man, people up north, man, got it so hard, man. Like any little slip up, man, up top, man, can lead to just trouble, man. Just living up north. I'm glad my mama's moved us down south, but just a little bit slower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy up north sometimes.
Yeah, man. But
yeah,
that movie was dope, man. It was real dope. Like it was dope. Shooting with everybody. When I met I call him Uncle C in the movie. But he acted in Oz. He was in The Best Man.
Right.
A bunch of movies. Like I didn't even know. I didn't know, you know. I didn't know. Again, this is my second movie. I didn't know nothing. I know music. I know DJing and I know tours. So I didn't know anything about movies and who is who. So when I'm looking at the credits and I'm looking at what everybody else has done, man, I was just like, yo, like I'm in a good loop right now. So
did you have to audition for it?
yeah, I definitely had to audition for the movie. I went in there. I read the part, and they just was like, "Yo, we gonna keep you." You know. Then when you really think about it, the movie is kind of like a hip hop story as well too. And I'm born into hip hop, so it was really easy for me to really adapt to being Elijah, and you know, me actually living in New York, being a kid. I didn't struggle growing up, but I've seen the struggle. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say and say, "Oh, I'm the hoodest kid." I know. Nah, but I've been around it, you know, whether it was through my friends or other family members, I've seen it, you know what I mean? I got a taste on what it's like. So it was nothing for me to just tap in to being Lil Elijah and getting the part.
Yeah, absolutely. Speak on Q-Tip, man. How was Q-Tip behind the scenes?
Man, Tip was cool. Tip is very laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Tip is laid back, and he's creative as well. Tip is very creative, and if anything was on his mind or anything, he'll speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, he's a good dude. Me and Tip actually, we're from Queens.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Queens as well. He's from the North Side. Me and him we was actually able to talk because I was playing younger him, so we kind of had to feed off each other's energy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I know if you can remember the part where I was laying down when I was in the what was it? I think I was like in one of the shelters. I was laying down and I had the camera looking up, and then it switched into him.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally right there when we was doing that part.
Oh wow. Oh,
You know what I mean? Like he was literally there when we did the switch off. So it was like I laid down for a second, camera black, camera on, Tip is there. Now we keep going. So, so yeah, Tip is dope, and I was always a fan of Q-Tip anyway. I Tribe Called Quest, listening to his music, him and rest in peace, Phife Dawg. I've always been a fan of Tip, so it was dope to actually be around him too.
What was the childhood life like? Was you able to finish school and all that stuff, or
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you was on the road so young, but was you able to finish school?
yeah. My earlier ages, like when we're doing the screen tours and stuff, or like if we'll go overseas and stuff, do an overseas run, I would have a tutor, or I would have my school print out my work for me, and I'll just do my work, you know, in my downtime. As I got older, like high school, it got a little harder for me, because again, I was playing sports as well, so I would be going to practice, going to school, going to practice, and then next thing you know, I got to leave to go on tour for 4 months.
Mm.
High school's a little bit different.
Right.
It was just like, okay, well, we're not chasing you down. Like, you want to leave, you're gonna have to repeat a year, straight up. Like, so it's like, you're gonna take your tour. If you could come back and get it done in enough time, then cool. If not, you gotta repeat a year. So again, I was really like being a regular student, going to school, everything.
Bro, you telling me you was a regular student?
Yo, yes, I went to regular. Yes, I was a regular student. I went to three schools out of 4 years. Yes.
Crazy. It's no way you. So you
Yes.
missed the print in
I was yes.
commercials. Everything
Yes.
you in school.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes, bro. Like, you know, and that shit, it's the gift and the curse, you know, because it kept me humble, you know. It kept me, you know, like I never ever think that I'm better than somebody or nothing. Like I was failing classes too, just like everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? I went to summer school too, just like everybody else. I was in detention, in-house suspension, just like everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to be in school at the same time everybody else. I was taking public transportation to school, and I was me.
That's
But
crazy.
that's just because I was a product of my own environment. Like I was very comfortable where I was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was comfortable where I was. I didn't really have a plan to map out on what I wanted to do next. I was so busy of that same routine, going to school, playing sports, going on tour. Next summer, going on tour. Next summer, going on tour. I was touring for like 6 summers straight. So when my big bro, when Val made the switch to go over to movies, I ain't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'll be on tour for 6 months, but then I'll be on tour for 3 months, but then I'm back in the hood for 6-7 months.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So it was like it's an off and on switch. Like I just came from sold out arenas, overseas beaches, airplanes, to right back in the park, on the block, at the McDonald's.
Unreal. Unreal, man. Another huge highlight was you in that Alicia Keys video, man. Just at the beginning of that Alicia Keys video. That was like another huge, like, damn, that's when people start putting the dots together, like, that's Shorty from, oh man, that's
right, right. And that was like the peak right there, because I was on tour with Bal. The movie Prison song was out. Alicia Keys video. So
right.
That's a triple win right there.
Yeah.
So with the Alicia Keys video, it was one of them situations where I had to audition as well, but I didn't have to audition. Like, I already had the familiar face. They already knew who I was and what I was. So when I walked into the spot, I walked into the audition hall, and they was like, "What's your name? Where you from?" Man, you got the part, man. Just read your lines, man. Just be able to have these lines tight for when we do this. And you got to put a little extra on it, because you're gonna be talking to Alicia Keys,
right?
You know, and at that time, you know, this is her. I think this is her, like, her second official single released. But she had the song out. She had the "I Think I'm Jealous of Your Girl." So she had that out. She did that with JD. That was like the first one with her with whatever label she was signed to at first. And then she came out with "Fallen." "Fallen" was like,
that was
right,
huge.
Right. And I tapped into that. "A Woman's Worth" was right after "Fallen." That was the follow-up record.
Right.
So when I'm like, damn, she's winning all these damn awards and shit, but I'm still like, I'm DJ Just. She a new artist. You know what I mean? So I ain't even know what I was getting myself into, bro. I ain't even know Alicia Keys was gonna be Alicia Keys. Like, I didn't even know she was gonna be like the great. Like, I didn't even know that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I'm in her video, like, they want me in here, like, I'm lit. But all along, we both lit.
We both lit, man. 106 in Park every day, #1. Like, they seeing you every single day on 106, like, crazy.
Yeah, bro, 106. Then I started DJing. I started doing the Freestyle Fridays on 106. Then with Bal being Mr. 106, we was always performing on there. BET showed hella love, man. Shouts to BET, man. Word up.
Man, I used to just be a youngin' at the crib, like, I love Bow Wow, but this Negro is #1 every single day. Like, beating everybody.
And that's before they started cheating the views and shit like that. Before they started
that
cheating. Real views, real callers.
You had to call up. You know what I mean? We was down here in North Carolina. I couldn't call, but you know what I mean? People, the ladies was definitely calling up and going crazy. What's your favorite Bow Wow record that you like to throw on that always goes nuts?
It's a couple of them, bro. But I'm gonna be real, man. If I had to choose one, man, that I know for sure, Shorty Like Mine.
Yeah, that
Bow Wow, Chris Brown, for sure. Like You, Bow Wow Ciara is another one. Let Me Hold You, Bow and Omarion, that's another one. But let me just think of one solo of him by himself with nobody on it.
While you thinking, you know, it's my favorite Bow Wow record. It was a single, but it wasn't like, it didn't go stupid the way I thought it was gonna go. Rock the Mic with him and Jermaine.
Woo!
That, so
Woo!
that was dope. That
Yeah,
record was really dope. That whole album
yeah,
was dope. I liked
yeah,
that
that,
album.
yeah. That was the New Jack City album.
New Jack City 2 album.
Yeah,
I
yeah, New
I
Jack
went and
City
bought
too.
that
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
I might have to go with Fresh as I'm Is, man.
Fresh in My Ears was
Yeah,
tough. Was tough. That was a tough record. The hottest 16 he ever spit was I'm under 16 with the black card, under 18 with the black card.
I think they like me verse.
That was so disrespectful. That was like so disrespectful. I'm like, God, dog. Like,
Yeah,
that's
hey, man. Listen, man, that boy's special, man. That boy been getting checks for years.
a lot of checks, man. So, you still doing doing your DJ thing, man? What's by doing this DJ stuff? What's some of the craziest rooms that you have been able to been in by just being a DJ?
Man, I've been blessed, bro. I've been able to take this DJing thing from the backyard of Queens, New York, bro, all the way across the world, man. I've been to every state. I've been overseas. I was able to, rock out at Madison Square Garden at home. Sold out the Garden a few times. That was real big for me. I was able to perform at the Dallas Cowboys Arena at a halftime show. That was 101,000 people. That was big. Going to Dubai, man, Australia, man, everywhere, Japan. I've been in a few rooms, man. I've been in a few rooms, a few places. Every platform that I'm on, man, whether it's small or grand, bro. I just try to, I just take it all in. I just take it all in, man, and just go out there and give it my all.
When the last time you DJ'd on vinyl on the old school? You younger because you started when you was 2, so you remember when you
Yeah,
were carrying crates and all that type of stuff. When
yeah.
the last time you got down on one of those?
Well, I'm in Atlanta now, but I just was in New York this past weekend, and I actually DJ'd at my house where I stay at in New York. I have my turntables there and my equipment there. Out here in Atlanta, they have turntables and stuff out here, but it's really more the controller type stuff, more like the CDJ type feel. I can get down on those too, but the actual vinyl, I was playing with it all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday all the way up until now, I was on it.
Word.
I love the vinyl. I love the vinyl, man. I'll take the vinyl any day over the CDJ, but the CDJ is just a little bit more convenient for what's going on now in 2020.
Word. Word. So you big into sports? Knicks fan?
I love sport. Oh, no way. Hell no. Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks. Talk to me. How are you a Dallas Mavericks fan?
Dallas Mavericks fan and Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys, that's definitely understandable, but Mavericks.
I
Explain to me
love
how you're a Mavericks fan.
I love Dirk Nowitzki, man. He's so dope. That's my favorite basketball player.
You ever met him?
Huh? Nah, I never met him, man. I just been to a couple games. I've seen him play live, but I never met him, man. If I ever get to meet him, I don't know. I might cry, man.
Word.
I'm a go hard. I'm a super go hard. Dirk fan, man. He came in the game underrated. From Germany. They was calling him soft and everything like that. And he was able to rise above that, put a city on his back, put a team on his back, get a chip.
Get that chip.
You know what I mean? Top 10 scorer all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. That's my guy. And now we got Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway Jr., Kristaps Porzingis. We got a young, fresh crew that's pushing the needle. So I'm rocking with Dallas all the way out.
Now your New York people gonna wonder, like, why you not a Knicks fan? Talk to me. Why you not a Knicks fan?
Man, I used to rock with the Knicks. I used to rock with the Knicks. Well, I was a Spreewell fan. I had braids, so I was rocking with anybody that, like, all the stars that had braids. When Damon Stoudemire had braids, I was like, oh, I love the Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
Allen Iverson, everybody wanted to be like AI,
Right.
so you
I would
definitely
like
was
Bubba Chuck.
AI.
Yes.
Yeah, Bubba Chuck, you know that.
Right.
Spreewell had the braids. Darius Miles, all the players with braids. That's who I was. That's
Right.
who I was. But as far as the Knicks, man, in my household, my dad was Chicago Bulls. So it was Michael Jordan or nothing for me at the time. Like
Right.
I didn't really know any other teams,
Mm-hmm.
but the Knicks, of course, because I lived in New York, and the Chicago Bulls. I just knew Jordan. I didn't know anybody else. And
Facts.
then until I got older, then I'm like, oh, okay, this is what this is about. This is magic. This is what the Showtime Lakers is. I didn't know nothing about that stuff.
Right.
I just knew who Mike was because I had the sneakers and commercials and all of that shit. But yeah, man, I just ain't grow up in a Knicks home.
Mm-hmm.
And you usually grow up in New York. They're like, nah, you gotta be New York fan. You gotta like the Giants. You gotta like this. You gotta like that. My family wasn't like that. They're like, yo, whoever you like, you like. But
Right.
my pops is a Cowboys. My pop's a Cowboys fan, so I'm just following him though with that.
With the Cowboys, with me, like I was a Cowboys fan because I'm at that age when they was winning in the '90s. I was like a kid, and so but they just hurt my heart too much. I'm to get too invested with the damn Cowboys, and I just can't do it no more, man. When it comes
You
to
gotta
NFL,
believe,
I
man.
just like players. I just like players, man. I don't have a team. I'm down here in the Carolinas. The Panthers is cool, but I just like players, man. The Cowboys have me too emotionally involved, man. They be having my
Yeah.
all messed up.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe in the star, man. You gotta believe in the star.
I
So
am
you say you in the Carolinas. So let me ask you a question. How you
talking,
feel about Cam? How you feel about Cam?
man. We love Cam down here, man. We love
Y'all still love him? Y'all still love him?
we still love Cam. Cam can still come to North Carolina. Ain't got to never buy a drink. We always gonna love Cam. He's probably the biggest sports star to ever come out of ever play in a professional team in the Carolinas. You know, we had some good years with probably like the Muggsy Bowles and Alonzo Mournings and Steve Smith. So you're talking about football, but as far as in the Carolinas, he was like the first time we ever really had like a huge star. Like Cam was as big as it get, especially when he was on his Super Bowl run. I mean, yeah, we still love Cam, man. I think they kind of pulled the plug on him a little early, truthfully. But yeah, we still love Cam.
He in New England now.
Yeah, I can't wait. I just go. He got some big shoes to fill down there, boy. Big
Yeah.
shoes to fill.
Don't sleep on him though. He ready.
I hope
Cam
so.
talented.
I hope so. Man, so what's your hoop game like? You and Bow going to 10. Who winning that?
Oh, I'm winning that for sure.
Bow swear he can hoop.
I'm winning that now. He can hoop. You want to know what it is? He got that little mid-range jumper.
Mm-hmm.
He got a little mid-range jumper now. If you let him hit a couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
he ain't gonna miss.
Word.
He got that mid-range.
Word.
But see, I know how he plays, so that ain't gonna happen with me. Back in the day, Val used to get in my head all the time and win the games. He ain't win a game in years versus me.
Right. I'm sure when you first came around, Bow was taller than you.
Yep.
And then you got taller than him, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's when Bow was beating me all them times. All the times on tour, Bow used to kill me. All the time. I give him that. He used to kill me. He won't get on the floor with me now, though.
It's crazy, man. Man, how real was that? How real was that beef between him and Romeo?
It was real. It was real at the time.
Right.
It was real at the time. It was intense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of back and forth. You know, just
I think I remember seeing you in one of those videos where he was talking junk in the camera and there was a bunch of guys standing behind him. Was you one of them guys?
Nah, I wasn't in there. Those were the bros, though. Those were the bros. Nah,
okay.
and those were the bros. Nah, we not. I wasn't there for that. I was in New York when Bow was doing that. That was for Soulja Boy.
That was for Soulja Boy. That was for Soulja Boy.
That was with Soulja.
That was for Soulja Boy. That was crazy. I was like Bow wildin', boy.
Yeah, that was for Soulja. But see, Romeo's the bro, and Soulja's the bro.
Yeah.
We just was on tour with Soulja.
Right.
I just spoke. Me, Bow, and Pimpin'. We just FaceTime Soulja for his birthday. His birthday was like 2 days ago. No, I'm bugging. Like 4 days ago.
Okay. Gotcha, man.
We love Soulja.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like the chemistry of Pimpin' and Bow Wow and the music they putting together, man. I wouldn't mind hearing another green light tape.
Yeah, the funny thing is they working right now. Bow and Pimpin' is working right now as we speak.
Yeah, man.
Right
Did you ever get get into the mixtape game?
Yeah. I tapped into the mixtape game. You can go on that Piff. You could go on live mixtapes. I got mixtapes. I got mixtapes around. But I was doing more of like, I'll say like, it was more on like just to play what's hot. I was doing more like playlist mixtapes.
Okay.
So, I was doing more like, okay, let me see what's out. All right, all the songs that's hot out right now, I'm gonna put on the mixtape and talk over them. That's how I started doing my mixtapes. Just getting all the hot hip hop, all the hot R&B, all the hot reggae, putting in a list of like 17 songs and then just talking all over them.
Mm.
Then I started connecting with artists, expanding in what's going on. I started doing artist mixtapes only. So if you were an artist, I'll work out something with you and do your mixtape. Each artist I was working with, I would work out a deal with them for me to, host their tapes and then put their tapes out on a platform that they couldn't get their tape out on.
Right.
So yeah, so I tapped into that, and then I kind of fell back, man. Just just going to the studio every day, trying to find the studio, trying to find the engineer, trying to find somebody that's really going to get the studio. It became a hassle at the time. Like now, I probably can fit it on the schedule, but at the time, man, when I was really wanting to lock in, I didn't have no studio. I didn't have no consistency with the studio, and nobody really seen my vision. You know what I mean? People were like, yo, you just putting out mixtapes. Like, you're not making anything off of it. You should do it this way. You should do it that way. But I didn't do it to make any money off of it. I did it just so, my name could go out there and I tap into other things. Eventually, yes, I would think about the money. But at first, it's just about the passion. It's just about doing other things, and my engineer at the time, he didn't really see the vision on what I really wanted to do. And me and him started going back and forth, and I was lazy on some stuff. He was lazy on some stuff. So I kind of fell back from the mixtape thing.
Word. All right. Top 5 favorite DJ, your top 5 favorite DJs of all time. Who on that list?
Of all time?
Of all time.
Man. All time. All right. Gotta go Jam Master Jay.
Who's that?
Jam Master Jay.
Give us some let us know who that is for the people that don't know. I don't know who that is.
Okay. Oh, you don't know Jay? You know who Jam Master Jay is.
You said Jam Master Jay.
Jam Master Jay, Run DMC.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Jam Master Jay. I thought you said Kid Master Jay or some shit.
Oh, nah, JMJ.
Jam Master.
Jam,
rest in peace, yeah. Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, yes. Jam Master Jay.
Okay, my bad. Yes, of course. You better know who
DJ Clark Kent. Yeah, DJ Clark Kent.
The Sneaker King.
Oh, yes, that's Unc right there. Shout to Clark Kent. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Philly.
Yeah, I love Jazzy Jeff, man. He know how to put on and really get it in. Kid Capri.
Kid Capri, yes sir.
Yes.
Kid Capri party, man. I've been to a homecoming party when he was spinning down in North Carolina A&T. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. He's crazy. And my last one, man. My last one is DJ Shakim.
Shakim, who you took his place as the DJ of Bow Wow, because he was the original DJ for Bow Wow when the Scream tour started.
Yeah, man. Those my top 5, and and it's really from each one of those 5 people, I've watched them and I've taken something from them, or I try to mimic what they do. Every one of those DJs have something that I have in myself,
How did you get the spot from Shakim?
Well, Shakim, he was a social deaf DJ from before. Like, he didn't only DJ for Bow, he was DJing for the Brad, DJing for Jermaine, DJ for basically all the artists on social deaf. It was him and DJ Nabs.
DJ Nabs, yes sir.
Yeah, they were like the official DJs for the Bow Wow stuff. I mean, for the social deaf stuff. I'm sorry. And then when he had went out with Bow, they were looking for a younger DJ because Bow was young, Shakim was older than us, and they just was like, yo, we looking for like another like hype man, but a young kid that can really DJ. Like, and if we can get a kid that can really DJ, that shit'll be dope. So the whole time, Shakim was just really just being my mentor and just grooming me into take over. You know what I mean? Take over his spot. He was DJ number 1, I was DJ number 2. You know what I mean? And we got that idea from LL. And all the real hip hop pioneers, they'll have 2 DJs, or it'll be 2 DJs in the park, 1 MC going back and forth. Like, we took that from that type of era, And when Sha was ready to give it up, when Sha felt like I was comfortable enough, and me as well as Bow and the team, they was like, yo, just ready now. Shakim was like, cool. So I groomed him. He should be right. So I'm very thankful for Shakim.
Yeah, absolutely. Word. I got a fan question. You really close to the So Def family. There was a few artists on So Def that was there, but then they ain't there no more. Maybe you got some insight. The guy Tiger, whatever happened to that guy?
Tiger. I have no idea what happened to Tiger, man. That's crazy. We was just listening to Where the Party At remix.
Yeah.
Me and Bow was just listening to it.
And the other guy, Rock. What happened to Rock?
Rock good. I actually seen Rock. Last time I seen Rock was at the So Dev 20th anniversary show out here in Atlanta. He popped up on everybody, and we seen Rock. The last time we spoke, at that time he was staying out in Jersey, still writing, still doing music. Shouts to ROC.
And there was another guy that Jermaine picked up off 106 and Park. He was nuts too. I forget his name. But he was nuts too, man. Sonny NY.
Yeah, Sonny. Yeah, Sonny NY. Damn, I don't know what happened to Sonny NY neither. Damn, you asked me some good questions.
Yeah, Sonny. I'm a So Def Stan, man. I remember when Daz was over there for a little while.
Yeah, man. Dad's still family. That's family forever. Daz Dillinger always good with us.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. So, man, tell the people what you got going on today, man.
Yeah, man. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm working on right now. I'm working on a documentary. The documentary is about to come. My whole life, my whole story. Working on that right now. We really getting all the footage, the pictures, the actual videos, the process of just getting the videos from VHS to now to digital is just the craziest shit. So right now we getting all that footage together. We got a documentary coming out. I have a new podcast. I have a new podcast every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Got a new podcast. It's called Tapping with Mr. Level 10.
Okay.
Yeah, Tapping Mr. Level 10. Shouts to Saucy Extract. It's live on Saucy Extract. Shouts to 730 Dips. Then I have
730 Dips. That's freaky joint.
Yeah. I got that. I'm on 979 The Plug Radio as well with Freaky. That's 979 as well. That's 730 Dips as well.
Yeah, Freaky Ziggy, you can see him running around here in North Carolina anywhere. You can see him in the mall anywhere.
Outside, yeah. So I got my show, the Vibe at 5 mix every Friday at 5:30 on 979theplugradio.com. And Saturdays, I have another mix show called the Level 10 Mix Show. It's on Football Radio every Saturday at 7 p.m.
I used to hear that when I would be in the shoe stores or somewhere, like hearing it coming through.
Yeah, man. I got one podcast, 2 mix shows, man. So we out here rolling. But besides that, I got the documentary, the podcast, the radio shows. I got a water, the Liquids Club water. Y'all go get that. It's only for wholesale. www.liquidsclub.com. Get your water. It is not in stores. Go get your water. I am a part of it. I'm not just the ambassador or nothing. This is my water. Like, this is my baby. This is what I'm bringing to the world. It's fresh. Yeah, it's nice and fresh. And then I'm active too. I'm in the Atlanta clubs. I'm active. You know what I mean? 4 to 5 nights out of the week. You know, just ready to work, man. Millennium Tour coming in March.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying active, man.
The A is different, boy. Y'all, I think y'all still partying out there, boy. Y'all still.
Oh, yeah, we still going. We still going. We still going. We still going in Atlanta. Atlanta ain't shut down.
Word, man. Well, Just, man, I thank you so much, man. You a freaking living legend, man. Your story is bananas. Like, just to see so much at a young age is just super crazy. Any inspirational words to the youngins out there that's chasing a dream? You know what I mean? You have lived a crazy life and sought out most of your dreams already. But for them youngins out there that's in the hood, that's struggling and trying to come up, even if it's not music, it's not DJing, but just still trying to find their way and find that passion, man. What words do you have for them youngins?
Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay humble. Try not to burn your bridges. This game is about relationships. Make sure that you're building your relationships, the right relationships. And please just stay out of trouble. That's it, man. Stay out of trouble. Don't be a follower. That's it. And you got to believe in yourself as well, too. Times will get hard. Trust me, I'm one of the people. Times got hard. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. But I stayed focused. I believed. I stayed prayed up. I was able to pull myself out. And now the ball's rolling.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Wise words from a wise man. All right, man. Well, we looking for that documentary. We looking to get some of that water, the H2O.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, man. Best Conversations podcast. That was episode 45. DJ Just, man. Living legend. Yes, sir.
We on level 10.
Level 10. Absolutely, man. All
right,
man.
Stream that prison song too, man. Listen, Netflix, appreciate y'all. Stream that movie.
You lit right now, too. You lit right now. Perfect timing with everything, bro.
Yeah. Timing.
Perfect.
Yeah, listen.
Stream that.
Yeah, stream that. If you ain't never seen it before, go stream it. If you have seen it before, go stream it again. That's how we rolling.
Absolutely, man. Thank you again, my brother. You have a good night. Tell Bow Wow I said what's up, man. Tell him I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan, man.
No doubt. We gonna try to work something out. We can see what we can do. We see if we get Bow to tap in one day or something with you.
Man, that'll make my Christmas, my New Year's, my everything, my G.
We'll see what's up.
I appreciate it, my G. You be good, bro.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate you.
All right, peace.
One love.